I'm going to talk about Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci. I believe you guys all have seen this movie, Da Vinci Code, which showed on 2006. And I believe that you all love this movie, not only by the mystery, religion stuff, and also attracted by those exploration experiment. Da Vinci, he had received a fresh burst of public interest from this movie. As one of the most prominent artists around the world, his fame will never cease. Leonardo da Vinci was born in 1452 and died in May 1519. Da Vinci was a genius Italian painter, sculptor, architect, musician, scientist, mathematician, engineer. He's from Italy, and during his life, that 67 years, he has those honor around him, and he did plentiful great creations. Even Da Vinci has been described as a man whose unquenchable curiosity was equaled only by his power of invention. He was renowned primarily as a painter. There's a very interesting thing about his name. In Italian, da means from, and Vinci is the name of a small town in Florence, in Italy. So Leonardo da Vinci means Leonardo from the town of Vinci. Since his work are so complicated, there's too many to organize. So there's a phrase about him said, "Too busy to finish." So I start with the famous one, the Last Supper. The Last Supper is a fresco painting. It's not a fresco, it's a tempera on plaster. It's 416 by 18 centimeter. So, according to Christian belief, the Last Supper is the final meal that Jesus Christ shared with his 12 apostles in Jerusalem. Da Vinci was already a well-known artist when he created this masterpiece, The Last Supper. He painted it on the black wall of the dining hall at the Dominican convent of Santa Maria del Grazie in Italy. This painting is not a fresco, and fresco means a painting made on the wall by using color water paint on the surface of white plaster. The main reason why this painting, Last Supper, is so famous is because it's not a fresco, and therefore that was the incense destroyed immediately after being painted. Leonardo wanted to experiment a new style that he had invented, tempera plus oil painting on dry plaster. Unfortunately, Da Vinci's style experiment was disaster. The painting almost immediately began falling off the plaster after he painted it. The humidity was causing the painting to separate from plaster on which it had been painted. And the next painting I want to introduce to people is also the famous one, is the Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is a 16th century oil painting created in the year of 1503 to 1506. This work of art depicts this woman Lisa gazing at the viewers, and it's said that if you move across the room while you're looking at that into her eyes, and they will follow you. Mona Lisa is the most controversial masterpiece in the world. Someone says that this woman Lisa was the wife of a wealthy businessman in Florence, and that's the one way to say that. Another way to say that is she's the wife of a fisherman. And even yet another way to say that this is the self-portrait of Da Vinci himself. People just can't stop talking about Mona Lisa, and the X-rays of this painting and close comparison with the drawing of Leonardo's his self-portrait suggest that that may actually be true. This one, Vitruvius Man, is my favorite one. Da Vinci participated in autopsies and produced many extremely detailed drawing. Vitruvius was an ancient Roman architect who wrote a series of 10 books of architect. This drawing, which is in pen and ink on paper, depicts a male figure superimposed position with his arm and leg apart and simultaneously incredible in circle and square. This figure, horizontal his arm and close together his leg together, will turn out a square. And in contrast, separate his arm and legs out is present a perfect circle. This drawing and the text are sometimes also called canon of proportion. The next oil painting is this one, Saint John the Baptist. It's completed from 1513 to 1516. This person, John the Baptist, was itinerant preacher and a major religion figure whose led movement of baptism at Jordan River. Saint John the Baptist is an oil painting on walnut wood, and his right hand point up toward to heaven, matched with another painting, which is the Virgin and the children with Saint Anne and Saint John the Baptist. It has been executed from 1499 to 1500. Sometimes this painting also called Burlington House cartoon. Da Vinci was a prolific draftsman. He keeping journal full of small sketch and detailed drawing record old manner of things that took his attention. And this painting is relatively big because it's many pieces of paper put together to have this size of the painting. And she, Saint Anne's twisting movement of the Virgin is echoed in Christian Child. This baby is Christian Child, and Saint Anne smiling adore at his daughter Mary. The ladies on the right side is Saint Anne's daughter Mary. Saint Anne's hand, his index finger point toward the heaven to indicate the original source of the blessing. Da Vinci not only a great painter, but also is an inventor. Da Vinci designed a parachute. He was certainly it would fly, but he has no way to prove it since he's very ahead of his time. This was true of most of design. However, he left us specific detail in one of his notebooks. He described the exact material it is and the process that should be used to build his wonderful contraption. And he also designed a military tank. He drew lots of military machines with thinking the direction of use. At that time, Da Vinci was not the only person who studied on tank, but he was the one that project succeeded to build. project succeeded to build. This tank was used in World War I after many years of his death. And he also created clock and helicopter, and that is Da Vinci. Thank you.
Thank you.